Good morning. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. Lisa, thank you. How are you? Good to see you. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hadn't quite turned my camera the right way. Here we go. Corenti, Kiara, Catherine, Mads Crafts. Hi. Thank you for the follow while I was offline. Jasmine, Knitting Nurse, Zach, Celtic Seahorse. Yes, ma'am. Luna. Hey, an Angel's mom. Hey, Katie. I'm good. I'm okay. Linda, hello. How's everybody doing? Tell me. Get ready for a Pokemon. Pokemon's coming up. Hey, Isabel.
Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
Hello. Feels like it's been a long time. I was on Thursday, right? I don't know why it feels like it's been forever. Right, Luna? Who's a good dog? Who's a good dog? I'm gonna go ahead and give her a free treat for everybody. Because she's a good girl. I've also got some really, really chill music today because I'm gonna need it. Oh, it's a bronzer. It's a C-type. So just a regular Pokeball catch. There we go. Should do. Today's a really exciting day. I'm waiting for Heike to come in because today I'm working on our friendship sampler. Yay! Also, I changed my microphone settings, so do you notice anything different? Does it sound okay? I played around for about an hour. I did. You were here the whole time. You got to see the whole thing. Sounds good? Good. Yeah. And you know what's really annoying? Like, when you have to hear your voice back when it's being recorded, that's weird enough already, right? Because you sound different in your own head because of the bones in your ears. Bush. When you have to hear yourself on loop in order to fix audio levels, that is just a whole other kind of torture. Hi. Can I help you? Can I help you? You're so cute. Come here. See, and then she lays down. She's like, nah. I got it. Suckers. I'm kidding. Anyway, come here. Tell me what you got up to this weekend. I didn't do much over the weekend. At all. I played video games and felt sorry for myself. Yeah. Just didn't want to craft. I did stitch a little bit on one of the patterns in the bird box. But I just played Spyro and I got to the last level and I'm stuck. Because that game is stupid hard for no reason. No reason. This game is for like 7-year-olds. Why can't I figure it out? Hi, sweetie. I'm going to suffocate you with love so you don't come back. You're going to finish it today? Yay! Yay. Here. Better? Hey, Creative Pixie, how's Balto today? What's it saying? Yeah, I was, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't having a good time. Let me just send a message to the gals. Oh no. I am live now. Okay. So they know. Which Spyro? The first one. Here she is. Welcome, Heike. I wanted to wait until you were here to do the first stitch. My dog would hate being held like that, really. Hey, Sam. Hi. Hi. Crash Bandicoot's the same way. I know. Have you seen Pay Plays? Pay Plays a one on Twitch plays Crash Bandicoot, and it is fun. Hi. Hi. You say hi too? Hi. What? What did I say? Hold on. What was the context? What was the context of that? Do I need to put an 18 plus on this stream? I was gonna try to keep it relatively relatively PG-13 today. I had Crash Purple as a kid. I have yet to beat it. Yeah, they're really hard. I don't know why. Hey, Disney Addict. Enjoy your lurk. Thank you for being here. It's hard they don't make him like that. Right? Hi, Chained. Fighting for some naps. Oh, no. Had to shower. You went online the minute I got naked. Good morning, Dawn. How are you? I posted a few pictures in the Show Me on Twitch section. Okay, perfect, Sarah. Thank you. Hi, welcome. I put Bellini in a little sweater. Oh no, really? Did Bellini like it? Oh, nice, Mats. Hey, John at home. The things Elmi sent you for the chair. Oh, right. That's right. I actually, Luna managed to get a hold of one of them and chewed it. So now I only have one on the chair. We are gonna work on the border, I guess. Is that seaweed? I think that's seaweed. I might have to go to the original for a second just to double check, but here's the beautiful flosses that are covered in fur. I think that's Lola's fur, actually. Wait, what? I love that emote. That's so cool. He loves cuddling up on the sofa or bed, but being picked up is met with panic. Oh no. Oh, puppy. Okay. The pattern is Friendship Sampler. You can do !ship to get the link. And the fabric is 40 count old linen by XJU Designs. I had to go on Instagram to figure that out. Things still in their original packaging are covered in Lola fur. Yes. Yes. Yep, that is seaweed. Okay. Keep those together. Do I have... I don't have everything. I am not ready. I'm not prepared. Luna, I need your help. Usually they're around here somewhere. Thank you to everybody who went to my website and got de-stash stuff from me. I appreciate it. There's still a couple things left on the store. It's rachelravecraft.com. Even my stuff is covered in Lola fur. There's like, Oh, Sarah, thank you so much for subscribing with your Prime. I appreciate that. There's like Lola fur is like magnetic, so I'm not surprised. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised. Okay, 2 seconds. Where are that'll work. I've been using coloring pencils for paper patterns. Also, do it your way. Don't ask again. We'll close that up. Oh. The magic fibers we all have in our homes. Yes, exactly. Oops. Particles of love. There's that one. Just 1 second, everybody. Paste. Okay, hopefully that works. What was the other thing I was about to look for? Oh, yes. If I can go to Discord. There were a couple things. Oh my gosh, Jasmine. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Hold, please. Look at Bellini. Oh my goodness. She looks like a doll. She doesn't look like a real cat. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Poor Bellini. Oh, she's so cute though. Oh, look at this face. Oh my gosh. I hope that she's just like magnetized to you for the rest of your life. Bed blanket finished and a morning of sewing completed. First attempt at yarn cozies and an orc catcher. Oh, very good. Well done. That is a cute blanket. And it fits the bed perfect. And look. Those orc catchers are so cute. I love the fabric. Those are nice too. Are they made of like vinyl? I heard that you can use actually, you could use hose if you wanted to, and it'll work really well. Catherine finished Kiss Me by Gary Patterson. Such a great Valentine's finish. Well done. That's a lot of pink. That's a lot of solid pink. But I bet it was fun to do. Quick finish. My friend from high school's first special needs prom. That's really awesome, but I'm not going to share the pictures because I don't have her permission and I don't want to dox anybody, but that's amazing. Congratulations to your friend. Her chair looks amazing with the lights on it. My dog's testing out my fiance's new St. Patrick's Day bow tie. Oh, how cute. How adorable is that? So cute. Started working on Jade's Treasure by Manny Manzano. Oh, it's so little. It's so little. It's a nice little snack painting. Lots of confetti though. Zach started the Grimm yesterday for my Sal with Beck and Dark 13. Oh, I have this book. Yes. So cute. I love that fluffy hound, hellhound. Adorbs. Adorbs. As well, finish my mittens for a friend, number 1 of kid number 1. Oh, look at the beads in it. Cool. Pair for number 2 is in the making. Oh. They look nice and warm. They're gonna love it so much. February babies like me. My birthday is next week. So excited. Creative Pixie. Look, you're so close. How do you feel about doing the same motif 4 times? I'm curious, especially with that ink circles swap. That's the Michelle Bendy's group is doing like this swap where you do like 1 quarter and then another person does another quarter and they send it on and on and on in teams. And then you get the finished at the end, but you don't have to do all 4 corners. And Leonard, we're not celebrating tonight, so I should have it done by our date night. Aww. Cute. What's the finish? What does it look like when it's finished? Jasmine, you're so close. I thought you had to do like all of the sand still, but you don't. You just have to do... Oh, I forgot the name of this character. Hold on. There's a Pokemon. It's another C tier. So just Pokecatch. Finish the sand. Okay, let me go up and check. I have found a good spot. She has I am pleased human face. Told myself I want to be ready for work by 10:30, but the way I'm moving, that's so not gonna happen. She's adorable. Bellini's so cute. Yes, when Bellini's grown up, she's gonna plot your murder. But it'll be a cute murder. Hey, Kerrygold. Good afternoon. Hey, Savage. I don't have a picture, but it says, when I saw you, I fell in love and you smiled because you knew. Oh, that's so sweet. Been up since 9, but only stitching since 3. I did almost 2,000 stitches. Wow. Could you send that energy to me, please? Because, yeah. Oh, wow. Cool. I like how it's like a motif in a square, and then you do like a whole sampler. And of course, RAM for scale. Laptop RAM for scale. Whoops. Sorry for the demon noise. Thank you for sharing. Also, can we all wish Kerrygold a happy belated birthday? Yesterday was her birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, we're going to start with the seaweed. Oh, Lola, your fur is back. It's so fine. This is the problem. Her fur, you can't see that. Her fur is so fine. It's just impossible to get out. I'm going to have fur on me again. Oh, congratulations on the catches. Look at all that birthday love. Your sister's birthday was yesterday as well. Awesome. Happy birthday to sis. Oop. Oh, goodness. How did you put this on? I haven't even gotten 1 thread and I'm already messing up. No. No. What have I done? Hold on. Oh, because you didn't cut the ends. Ah. Fudge. Okay. I see you. I know. I should have checked first. It's okay. I'm not blaming you. Ugh. Blaming myself. Okay. Do this, I think. Let's try it. Oop. Those are not the same length. Oops. Well, this one's going to be funky, and that's fine. You don't pull out single strands. Huh? I'm misunderstanding. I might be misunderstanding. It's fine. It's fine. All right, so there is something up. So there's is there a note on this? Let me look at the original again. I don't want to mess this up. I really don't. Got Happy Mail yesterday. Shocked to find out a pattern designer is from my home area. Ooh. Take a piece of 6-strand. Either cut it or use it how they cut it and put 1 to 2 strands depending on fabric instead. Oh, it's 1 strand. Heike. Am I? Who has my brain cell? Who has my brain cell today? Oh my God. Okay. What I'm looking for. Yes, I had half a cup of coffee, so not enough. All right. Here. I need the original pattern. Lila said you need more. I might have to make more actually because it's almost 2:30 in the afternoon here, and it's frozen. Like I made this at 12. Yes, I'm stitching this 1/2 on 40 count. Just recovering from a migraine. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you sorry too? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. You ready? I can't get you any closer. I'm really sorry. Wait, what? Rika. Something's wrong. Nope, there's nothing wrong. Nope, it's me. It's my brain. My brain is not working. My brain is not working. My brain is not working. It's fine. 2 stitches. 2 spaces, and then 1. 1, 2. Here. Yes. There. So. I'm glad that none of us have a brain cell today because I'm not alone. It's fine. I have to put up my hair. So, little update, because I'm going to be using this on my YouTube channel. So hi YouTube friends, thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me today. This is a Twitch replay. So right now when I am making the video, we are all live and you can see the text down below. Feel free to join me over on twitch.tv/RachelRayCraft. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I go live usually at 2 p.m. Irish time, which is, 9 a.m. Eastern. So you can join us. You can join us and be live. Or if you don't have the ability to watch live because it's a weekday and some people gotta work for the man, which I get, I will be putting these on my YouTube channel as kind of like a whip and chat. And there are things that I will be sharing during this live. It'll probably feel a little awkward sometimes because I am talking to people who are actually here right now. But if you can get beyond that, you'll get little pieces about what's going on in my life. Right now, sitting down and making a dedicated whip and chat video is not helping. It's not working for me. So this week is the last week that my mother-in-law is getting treatment for brain cancer in Cork. And my husband is with her at the hotel. We decided 2 weeks ago that I wasn't going to go again because it cost too much for me to be there. And honestly, I didn't need to be there. Do you want to come up in my lap again? I didn't need to be there. He can take care of her. She just started steroids 2 weeks ago and she's doing much better on the steroids. Her mental health is a lot better because she feels stronger. Yes. But unfortunately, we don't know. The prognosis is still not great, even though she does feel better. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'm alone in the house bored. And apparently when I'm alone in the house and there's nobody here, I just veg out. I just veg out. Yeah. I need to put on some laundry as well. We'll do that when I take a break. Yeah. Isabel, what's Sock Madness? Is that like the Westnitz one? Because I'm in that one as well. First Stitch. Woohoo! This project is a joint project between myself and Heike, Stone Cold Coffee Crafts. And she stitched the stuff on top of this piece of fabric, and I'm stitching the bottom. And it says, good ships and wood ships, ships that sail the sea. The best ships are friendships, may they always be. Happy Valentine's Day! Let me scroll back up. I have a feeling Lila has them all. She's very cat. Got the cream. Woke up this morning and thought it was Saturday. Oh no! Such a letdown. I may or may not have bought a new bunch of the paint gem sets. They are so cute and they're so doable. In my opinion, steroids make you feel like Iron Man and you can take on anything while you're sick. Yeah, the difference between her energy the week that I went to Cork, we were just like, wow, she is not doing well at all. And then on Friday, they gave her steroids. And by Saturday, she was a whole new woman. And we were all like, what's this about? And ever since, she's been feeling great. I don't know how long they're going to keep her on the steroids, to be honest. I don't know anything right now. This week, hopefully we'll have, more information. But yeah, she's a trooper anyway. It really helped decrease the swelling. She had a lot of swelling in her face, around her scar site. She has a very large scar. It's like the size of my palm. Yeah, without fingers, so my fist. That's the size of her scar in the back. That's where they surgically removed most of the tumor, as much as they could. And yeah, unfortunately, this is the most aggressive cancer that there is. In fact, it's so aggressive that they don't even really want to call it cancer, because it doesn't act like cancer. It acts like a super cancer. David takes a solo trip. I turn in goblin mode. Oh, totally goblin mode. I did make myself dinner, but instead of like, if I weren't alone, I would have like gone to the trouble of making. So I made beef and broccoli. I know, me and beef, but I was like, hey, I'm alone. I can fart as much as I want. I don't. I'm allergic to red meat. Anyway, so I was like, I just have a hankering for beef and broccoli, and the broccoli was on sale. That was what triggered the, I got to make it for myself. So, I didn't have a brain cell yesterday either because, ooh, there's another Pokemon, another C-type. Let's all get it. So instead of, okay, hold on. Instead of doing it from scratch, which is what I would normally do, I looked in my pantry and I saw that I had a stir-fry sauce. It's called chow mein sauce. And it's just easy mode, right? And I used that instead of, doing the white rice vinegar, the sesame oil, the soy sauce, whatever, blah, 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 oyster sauce, blah, 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 blah. I have all of those things. But I was like, well, it's just me. I'll just use the prepackaged sauce. And I'm going to tell you, it was actually pretty good. I mean, the beef was really tough. So, if you are coming to Ireland, don't get diced beef chunks. Like, get a steak and then slice it into pieces, because it's like different. It's a different area. Anyway. And so, I think it was 7 o'clock when I washed the rice and I put it on, and I was like, oh, I'll take a shower while the rice is going. I didn't. I just sat on the couch. Yay, congratulations everyone on the catches. So I thought that I had put the rice on, but I didn't actually push down the lever. 40 minutes later, I come back to the rice and there's still water there. It's like warmed up, and that's about it. I was like, seriously? So then I pressed the lever and then I went for a shower. And yeah, that was hilarious. Threw it together, ate it, very tough. I knew that was going to happen, but I just didn't care. And I couldn't eat it all, so I gave, I like rinsed it off and gave the rest to Luna, because she's a good girl sometimes. Okay. Sock Madness is a sock competition held in Ravelry, very intense and very competitive. Ooh. Interesting, Zach. I don't have, my schedule is not open enough to do something like that. Crazy patterns, like ones with pockets and plaid. Oh, right. I remember the pockets. Socks with pockets. That's a thing. I wish it was Saturday. Oh. Next week off. Oh, good. Amy, hello. Enjoy your lurk. Now I remember while I hate knitting cables. Oh no. I don't mind little cables. Hey, Shona. Okay, Crunchy. Hi, Giz and Tink. How are you? Condom socks. So yeah, I just didn't have the energy at all, which is fine. And tonight's food is gonna be Thai green curry. I have the chicken. Excuse me for just one moment. Mom mode. I just don't want to. I have to use my whole chest. Is it in bookmarks? It's not in bookmarks. It's in. I'm looking for my startup settings. Startup. Here it is. Okay, so one thing that you may have noticed since last stream is that I took off the pixel chat. There was CC, closed captioning, that came up on the screen. It was hard. It was embedded in the screen. I don't think I enjoy that. So I have it set so that there's a closed captioning button and you can enable and disable at your leisure. I'm good, Giz and Tink, thank you. You have to be very dedicated to do sock madness. It sounds like it. Hey Laura, how are you today? Welcome in. I saw you. I was lurking in Vintage Sogal. It's Steph, right? I was lurking in her stream last night and I saw you there and I wanted to say hi, but I also was just like, oh, I'm feeling very lurky right now. That happens to me a lot. I go to streams and I'm like, meh. And another cat lady. I think weird, like chronically online, basically. I'm chronically online. I know this about me. All right, what's the pattern? 2, skip 1. All right, so I'm gonna be that person and I am gonna do the border first because I hate borders. I hate borders with a passion. I wish the borders didn't exist. I don't know why I really don't like them. And then I watch a lot of floss tubers that I watch. They're like, I love borders. The more complicated, the better. And I'm like, oh my God, they're not gonna line up. Not for me anyway. Hello, Lindsay. Kitting up a new diamond painting. Ooh, which one? Show us. Show us. There's so many pretty borders. Yeah, you know, does anybody else here watch Ellen? Right? Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour? Oh my God, why is her name escaping my brain? Maybe I do need more coffee. Maybe I do need more coffee. This is embarrassing. I can't remember anything. Ellen, okay. Hey Connie. If you ain't online, where you at? Ellen shares these projects that she works on. There's like literal like full-on flowers and leaves inside of these borders. Like one of those would be one cross stitch to me. And Ellen is just like so quick about it. I don't understand. And Ellen stitches in hand on 40 count or 56 count. And I'm like, Connie. Off in a sec, but I thought I'd say hi. Well, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Have a great day. Happy Valentine's Day, chat. Happy, I want you to feel loved day. Because you are loved. And appreciated. Lizzie, how are you? I think I am so close to my fabric right now. I really needed to change up the position of the camera, and everything has changed because I was like, if I can't see the holes, this is not happening. I could wear magnifiers, but I find it really hard. I never had bifocals before, so if I wear like magnifiers, I don't know if I would. Well, maybe I could. Where are they? I don't know. Hockey time. Ooh, hockey. Nice. I love a complicated border. It gives me a break from the center motifs, and then the center motifs give me a break from the border. It's like 2 patterns in one. I suppose. You posted a random fact of the day. Thank you. You know, it's funny. I did know that about the chef's hat, but only because my brother-in-law is a chef, and he did tell me that once. It's a cool random fact. All right, so we got those done. We're getting there. We're moving along. I wish I could get the camera closer though. Just if I get it any closer, it's gonna be like literally on the fabric. And you know what sucks about this? So I have a Logitech Stream Cam. You can't see it in frame, but the zoom on it sucks. Like it doesn't go very far. I feel like it should be able to go further, but oh well. Oh yeah. In high school. I don't know if like I had glasses in high school, but I did not have bifocals. I think when you're a teenager, it's probably easier to like just switch glasses, like normal seeing around you, looking at the board and all that stuff, glasses, and then like glasses you put on to read and do that kind of thing. Yes, the pleats and the toque. There are 100 of them. Let's see. The fact of the day is about how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. There were literal volunteers. Oh, and Valentine's Day. Very interesting. Definitely check out the Discord for the facts of the day today. Yeah, I despised my glasses when I had them, and now I miss the fact. Like I miss glasses now because they give you such personality. That's how I feel about them anyway. I enjoy them. I think I'm in the minority there. All right, coffee. What else happened? What did I want to tell you about? I wanted to update you. There's like a million and one things. And it's like when I actually sit down to talk, this is another reason why I don't do whip and chats right now, is because when I sit down to talk about things, I just can't remember what I was going to talk to you about. Get in the hole, please. Thank you. Ma'am. Do you want to go out? Nope. I despise glasses. Always have. Always will. You need laser. Your astigmatism gets worse. I have astigmatism, but it wasn't. Oh, Tina, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. It was the shape of my eyeballs that was questionable. And I was on the upper end of not being able to get the surgery. Prefer glasses. Could not do contacts. It freaks you out? You get used to it, I promise. Ooh, B-type. I don't have feather balls, so I'm gonna do a great ball. I did not like contacts either. I found them really itchy. But I did wear them for a little while. Especially, I think I started in my junior year of high school, and I did the David Bowie look, and I did one blue eye, one black eye, one blue eye, one brown eye, because I always wanted to be different. It's already different enough, I think. Okay, there's the 5. You couldn't do it because your eyes were too dry. Oh. I miss the freedom of contacts, but I love the convenience of glasses. Yeah, it's kind of like wear them when you can. Same here, Carrie Gold. No foreign objects in eyes. Yeah, I was, I think I was in my early 20s when I stopped wearing contacts, and that's why I saved up my money, and instead of going on a holiday, congrats on the catches. Ooh, we got it. Sorry, I was saying that in 2013, instead of going away to like a warm, sunny place for a vacation on holiday, I instead spent my money on LASIK. LASEK, LASIK. Because I did qualify. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it because, well, first of all, why not? And secondly, it was something that I'd always wanted to do because I didn't want, at that stage, I did not want to wear glasses anymore. I was losing them. I was breaking them. And I thought it would be better to just get rid of them. And it was one of the best things that I did in my 20s for myself. I think anyway, because it gave me a level of freedom that I had never had. My vision was the best it had ever been. And that was really important to me. Now I feel like it was money well spent, but I miss the personality that glasses give. Yeah. I think that the oh my God, it's the best thing I've ever done in my life has worn off now because it's been so long. It's been 10 years, but definitely it was life altering and it felt good. These days I can notice a decline in my vision though. And I'm sure the doctor even told me that I would have to go back to glasses eventually. It's not like a lifelong fix because our eyes change all the time. And my eyes were still changing. And of course, because of the astigmatism and everything, that I was prone to certain problems, etc. And I took the risk anyway because I was just like, meh, I would rather have like, 10 or 20 years of great vision before I have to get glasses again or correct my vision again. And they were like, okay, well, you have the right attitude and you can get it. Basically. I should wear my glasses all day, every day. Well, why don't you wear your glasses? Oh, and Ancient's mom, thank you for the 200 biddies. Thank you so much. It's so sweet. You're trying to start a hype train? I still think I'm adopted. My family all wear glasses and I have 20/50 vision. Oh my gosh. My dad dropped the ball on me before I came back to Ireland that he has, is it called macular degeneration? So yay. Also, he's had perfect vision all of his life. So that really sucks. I hope he doesn't go blind. I'm sure he hopes that he doesn't go blind either because that's a big adjustment, obviously. And he's never had vision problems before, so that'll be like a whole other thing. Yes, Linda. When I got my LASIK, I too had the vision of an eagle. It was great. I called them my robot eyeballs. Hi, Serrana Stitches. How are you? Welcome in. Almost legally blind, so not a candidate. Oh, Kiara, I'm sorry. My ophthalmologist is baffled by my peepers. My astigmatism flips back and forth between them. Huh. There is surgery for astigmatisms. I don't know what the qualifications are for that. But in the United States, it is unnecessarily expensive, in my opinion. I'm reluctant to wear them in school because of kids, but I do wear them when I get home. I need them for reading and doing diamond painting. I can understand why you wouldn't want to wear them around the kids, but at the same time, I think you should probably wear them because you might be doing like stress to your eyes by not wearing them during the day and then only wearing them at home. If you find that you're squinting a lot, it's not good. I'm not a professional, I'm not a doctor, but if you're supposed to be wearing them all the time, it might be a good idea. Maybe you could get like one of those they make those eyeglass chains so that if they accidentally fall off your face that they won't fall on the floor and get stepped on or something like that. Maybe that could help. Oh, really, Jen? Back making food. What are you stitching? I am stitching the Friendship Sampler by Michelle Benty and the Blue Flower ! Ship if you want the ship if you want the pattern. Hike and I, Stone Cold Coffee Crafts and I are stitching this for stitching half of it for each other. So I'm stitching on the bottom half on hers. So this is hers, her fabric and everything, her flosses. So I'm stitching this on hers and she's stitching this on mine. So exciting. You and me both Celtic. We should go together in spirit. Oh, you slept in your contacts. Ow. Oh, that's awesome, Dan. Zach. Oh, really? For macular degeneration? I wonder, maybe he just didn't tell me about that. I hope he gets it done. I'll have to talk to him soon. Do you not like to take them out and in? Is that what it is? Oh, nice, Celtic. Yeah, get the chain. Is it a turtle minder? Yes. Look. It's a turtle with wisteria flowers on it. This is from the Etsy shop Hobby Wishes. Ma'am. You are very barky today. I hated taking them out and putting them in again. I just refresh my eyes with more solution. I think it's like under the contact. But again, I'm not a professional, so maybe I'm just talking out of my hole. I couldn't keep mine in for more than a couple hours before they would like just get so uncomfortable that like I needed to take them out. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this repeats, so there's 4 stitches here. So nervous about miscounting on this piece. I already messed up the top part of my own friendship sampler, but we're not going to talk about it. Okay. I'm in here. Please don't read on for a moment. And tend to be really stupid about things like this and push procedures off for years. Yeah, so he already needs to go to a podiatrist because he has problems with his feet from being on them for like 16 hours a day doing heavy labor work. And basically right now he works as a guy that works in a paper making plant. It's a very dangerous job. And yeah. He's on his feet and he's lifting heavy things and he's not exactly a slim person. So all of the weight that all of the stress that he's putting on his ankles and his feet are really taking their toll. So I have been tasked with reminding him that he needs to go because his partner keeps doing it and he doesn't listen. And I'm just telling him, who's going to take care of you when you're old? Who's going to pick your ass up? Not me. Not me, honey. Not me. So you need those feet to be working, okay? It's not a position you're going to want to be in. I'm just saying. And not his little... Oh, they got engaged. Him and his partner got engaged over the weekend. That's very exciting. She's like 5'2" or 5'1" even. I'd rather wear glasses than deal with contacts. Same. I think it was the shape of my eyeballs because they did not They did suction, but they just always itched. My wife gets at me for a lot of things and not taking care of myself. I think that it's just, you might not feel like your number one priority, but the reality is that you should be. Because the only way to take care of someone else is to make sure that you are taken care of, right? We all should feel that way. But I think that it's silly that people who identify as male typically don't see it that way. Huh. That's interesting, Jasmine. One eye kept drying out. Weird. All right, we're going to do this last Pokemon. It's in 30 seconds. And then I'm going to take a quick break and run an ad. And I'm going to see if, well, I don't know if I'm going to make coffee. Should I? Maybe I will. I'll make some coffee and then I'll come back. Exactly. Take care of yourself so you can take care of the babies. I like to think of it as take care of yourself. Oh, it's another C. Okay. Regular Pokeball. Take care of yourself so that, later in life that you're taking in the best health that you could possibly be in. He was gone for the last 3 weeks because he had surgery on his nose. Person coming in after me last night. We talked a little about it. He admitted the surgery was the best thing he'd done. He pushed off for 3 years, even though his wife begged him to take care of it. I swear. Backstory, James snores like crazy and he stops breathing in the middle of the night. I fear that he has sleep apnea, and I think that he should see a doctor about it because it could be the shape of his palate or in his nose. And he may need surgery, and I cannot sleep at night. Last night I slept like a baby, and it sucks that he literally has to be somewhere else so that I can sleep. And I keep telling him this. It's not fair to me. You say that you don't want a separate bedroom, but I can't sleep. It's not fair to me. I can't. I don't understand why this affects your wife. Do something. It does really get under my skin. Oh, yay. That's awesome, Jasmine. Yeah, textbook. Exactly. Yep. It is really important. And it's gotten to the stage now where like I look for excuses to be somewhere else. Or I've noticed subconsciously that I'm going to bed much later than him by hours and waking up much later than him so that I can get a few hours of decent sleep at the end of my REM cycle. Oh, you're dropping stitches, Celtic? I'm sorry. Kids are different. Kids aren't doing it like, well, I'm not saying that he's doing it on purpose. I'm saying that he will not do anything about it. That's the difference. With children, you can't be like, you know? Gets mad at me for sleeping with earplugs. Then tell him to cop on. Oh, Creative Pixie, I know. I've tried everything. The one thing that has not yet been tried is the bite guard that I bought. I have there's like a silicone thing that goes in the nose. There's breath strips. There's suckers. What are they called? Lozenges. You name it. Pillows. Lack of pillows. I'm literally at my wit's end, y'all. It's already been brought up, but I think that it's a problem. It's a problem that's more than just for breath strips. Like it's a medical influence time. Yeah. Okie dokie. I'm gonna go make some coffee. Exactly. That is this right here. This. Can't figure out how to unclick things. That is 100%. Holly! Okay, I've got 9 minutes. I'm gonna go for a quick break, and I will meet you back here with a fresh cup of coffee. Go make sure that you get some water, a snack, stretch. Just get up and stretch. Touch your toes. Or get as close as you can. And I will see you in just a few minutes. People really are that stupid, y'all. Hi. Did you get some coffee? Sorry it took me so long. I ended up doing dishes and laundry while making coffee. I did. And now we're going to have a cuddle session for a few minutes. Hey, non-binary. Welcome in. I made a mocha too. I did, what did Michelle call it? Not a Motel 66. What is it called when you add hot chocolate mix to your coffee? A mocha. Hi. I brought most of my laundry in from the line and now I'm to yum, yum, yum. Everyone says hi. Do you just want to be cuddled? Is that it? It is very windy today, so you're going to see her get kind of like agitated, unfortunately. A hillbilly mocha. Whatever it is, I like it. And I usually save it for the weekends, but I didn't have one this weekend. So I'll have it with my liter of coffee today. Yeah. Yeah. You gonna let me stitch? Also, I totally forgot to put Clippy back on my BRB screen. So that's what I was doing. And I'm sorry that I scared the ish out of you, Holly. A liter of coffee. Yes. Yes. Creative Pixie wants to give you a treat. You want a treat? You're a good girl. Hold on. Stay. 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 Luna. Okay, you can lay down, but don't jump. Hold on. They're right here. Look. Good girl. And there you go. Thank you for the redeem. She's a good dog. I forgot to put Stream Raiders on, and I'm very sorry. Are y'all ready to play some Stream Raiders? Hey. I have the power. I have the power. No. Now you're laying down on my lap. What a good girl. Oh my god, I've been listening to so much good metal music. I've been listening to so much music. Oh, I suppose you're a good dog, you go lay down. Go lay down. Have you listened? Have you listened to the summoning by Sleep Token? Have you blessed your ears with the sexiest metal sound of 2023? More than that before work in the morning and more at work. Woo. Liter is probably like the most that I will drink in a day. I'm trying really hard not to drink more than a cup of coffee these days, but clearly my brain cells not together. What? Katie. Katie. If you have headphones in, yeah, this goes for anybody. I'm going to go on a little rant. Let me open up Stream Raiders while I'm giving you my little PSA. I love prog rock, okay? Progressive metal is my jam. I've already, I had a dissection of this in my private group chat with Heike and Jesse. I'm going to try to condense it. Since 2008, I've been obsessed with prog metal that has more singing than screaming, okay? And these are dudes and chicks, but mostly dudes that have a really beautiful singing voice, okay? And say thank you. Very beautiful singing voice. I'm just gonna kind of stick to this area, I think. With a little bit of screaming, because I like the screaming. I think that it emphasizes emotions. It's like curse words, okay? I have a collection of wonderful prog metal singers from that time. And around 2012, I stopped hearing new music. I stopped seeing new bands come onto the scene. It was like suddenly they just went into hiding, or they tried something else, or whatever that might have been. And I'm going to tell you that a lot of the bands like flip-flopped members, like members of this band. One member of this band would go to this band and do this part, and, you know, like they borrowed from each other. So they were all the same people, basically. Sleep Token is obviously they got really viral all of a sudden. And I think TikTok, the algorithm brought me there, and I'm really glad it did, because I didn't realize how badly I needed new music in my life. The thing about Sleep Token is that they are an anonymous band, so they wear masks and we don't know who they are. I have an idea, and there are a lot of theories out there who that singer is. We know that he's from London. So he's British, and that's all we really know. their music videos are so high end that I think I am assuming that it is someone that has a lot of money. Okay, so it's a very popular person who has decided to go masked singer style and not tell anybody who they are. And the music that they make literally breaks my heart sometimes. It's so emotional. And I've been getting songs from their newest album stuck in my head, but they've been making music for 6 years. And I'm like, where were you? You weren't on my radar. And I am so happy that I found them. The Summoning is the song that's gotten them like popular because it's basically they've taken metal and then they've brought in funk, and it's such a great mix. And, you know, I guess everybody's being sexy right now. And it works really, really well. But there are other songs. There's one in particular that's called Blood something. It's so sad. It's so sad that I cried the first time that I listened to it. The lyrics of their songs are so powerful to me. And I don't know if it's because I have been so needy for new metal. I'm not sure if that's why or what, but I'm so here for this. Please watch. Please go to their YouTube, subscribe to their YouTube, put the watch later on The Summoning. You will not be disappointed. And I'm done talking about that. Yeah, I promise. But honestly, I have been waiting for this moment for all of my life. For a very, very long time. They're called Sleep Token. Sleep as in token, as in like the thing that you put in a machine. Hi, Ari. Ari actually wrote out their name in the chat if you want to check them out. Okay, we got 1 minute till another Pokemon comes up. Please be an A tier. Please be an A tier. I'm going to get my thingy ready. How are you, Ari? Bad Omens. Actually, I need to add them to my list. Hang on, let me write it down because I've heard about them and I haven't researched them yet. I love your laugh. So good. It's a sheepy. Yeah, serious. I remember when I was in the States, oh, there's the Pokemon. What is it? It's a C tier. When I was in the States, the winter of 2020, 2021, I was listening to Sirius XM as well. And I had it on one channel, and all they were really playing was that one song. It was very much like a teeny bopper. As soon as it started coming out of my mouth, I was like, cringe. Why am I saying that? It's a very teenagery song. Wow. What the? Cut that out. Vola. Ooh. Hang on, let me get my pen and paper here. Ambient and Trancy. I love Trancy. Sticer or Stiker? Hi, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I will have to check them out. Thank you so much. Maybe I should make a music section on my Discord. I don't know. Timer ball reminder. Also, to all of my friends here who play Pokemon Go, Please, please, please log in. Please log in and accept my gifts. Caught by Jen and Celtic. Congratulations. Yeah, please check your gifts. The weekly quest thing, the mission right now on Pokemon Go is to give 25 gifts to your friends. And I don't have that much longer, and I don't have many friends, so it would be awesome if you could accept them. And I know that there's ways for me to go and make friends who play, but I trust y'all. Y'all are my people. So yeah, okay, so I talked about metal. I'm rediscovering metal again and finding new artists, which are amazing. And then, obviously, I've been listening to all of my old favorites. Tesseract, Sky Harbor, Raunchy. There's so many bands that I love. Trying to think of more off the top of my head, but I can't. But anyway, I've been doing that and like organizing and like decluttering, which is fun. I feel like I do this all the time around my birthday, which is next week. Woo! I don't know if I'm gonna do a birthday stream. I might do a birthday stream, but it's on a Wednesday, so we might celebrate on Tuesday instead, if that is okay with y'all. Just because I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna go out on Wednesday night. Oops. My local bar has offered to do a finger food situation, which would be really, really fun. Oh, if you don't play Pokemon Go, don't worry about it. It's okay. Honest, it's okay. It's just that I know that a lot of us that hang out together on the streams, we are friends. So, yeah. I'm not trying to make you play a game that you don't want to play, I promise. Thank you, Zach. I bought the new Stephen West ebook. Ooh, for the socks? My son's birthday is on the same day as mine. Yay, that's so exciting. Catherine, you play too? Are we friends? Are we friends? Sorry, it's my mom. Okay. Thank you. Boop, 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 boop. Excuse me. She's asking me, she just saw the new Ravine Phelan. I'm really sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. She's an artist who does a lot of like dragons and beautiful pictures. I love her pictures. Diamond Art Club is making quite a few of her paintings. And she sent me the picture and she was like, what does the lotus represent? And I'm like, it depends on where you are. Right? Oh, shawls. Ooh. Well, I mean, you can still buy the ebook, right? Thank you, Katie. Modular knitting. Stitching on black 8 is going to be slow. Yeah, definitely a cheap light pad, like an A4 light pad from AliExpress or something. Grab one, plop it down on behind your work. It will help a lot. You could put a piece of paper, like a piece of white paper down on the thing and then point a light at it and it'll give a similar effect, but the light pad is awesome for black fabric. It's not new. Oh, right. Yeah, he's very fast with patterns, isn't he? Now I'm open Pokemon Go. Here's Katie's present. Gift error? What? I can send you a gift. Add a sticker. Whoops. DBHI. Thank you. I think this is Danielle. I think. You'll be my friend? Aw, thanks. I'll give you my thingy. I'll put it in the Discord. You're in the Discord, right? Boop. Excuse me. Vermilion. Such a pretty Pokemon. And Zach. Oh, your Porygon, so cute. Hey. Yeah, we could do that in the Discord. Why is my phone so slow all of a sudden? I might have to restart it or something. Let's go. Well, I'll make a new channel. Hang on. We're gonna call it Pokemon. And you can share anything Pokemon in here. So, me. How do I find it? Huh. How do I find it? Invite. No. What? Here we go. Oh, I can do it from my phone. Okay, copy. Go into Discord. And then down to gaming, and there's a Pokemon channel. There you go. Okay. It's done. Huh. I just changed it. Hold on. Nobody press the invite button, please. I know you want to be helpful, but if you press it after I press it, then I can't update the link. I thought I saved that. Oh, it's just okay. I got it now. Sorry, non-binary. There you go. Nessa, thank you for gifting a sub. How are you? Welcome in. Blade got a free gift sub thanks to Nessa. Thank you so much. Right? Say thank you, Luna. Say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. We are cruising. My dishwasher's done. Hmm? What are you moaning about? Actually need to... I think I'm gonna waste knot this one. Yeah, I'm gonna waste knot that. I don't like flipping my Q snub over if I don't have to. Okay, and then here. Doing good. A pleasure. Happy gift someone on Valentine's Day. Oh, thank you so much. My husband works away, so lonely Valentine's for me. Oh, keeping busy with Train of Dreams. My Valentine's gift. Oh, that's so sweet. You don't have to be alone on Valentine's Day. You can hang out with us. I was just saying it's a happy day for us because we get to show each other how much we appreciate each other, right? And you can always celebrate those types of days on any day of the year. It doesn't have to be on a commercially sanctioned day, right? That's really important. At least that's the important thing for me. Also, I sometimes feel like I am my best Valentine because I know exactly what I like and I know how to give it to myself. And that's something that took a really long time for me to be okay with because society tells us that we need to have someone else validate us. But that's not true. It's not true. You can be your own Valentine. And you'll probably be the best Valentine that you've ever had because no one loves you more than you do. And I think that is something that I'm trying to get to. I would like to believe with every ounce of my soul that I love myself more than anyone else can. And I'm okay with that. There you go. Celebrate when he comes back. This Cricketot is a level C, a tier C. And you know what's funny? So we 2 weeks ago when I went to Cork, I ended up going to Kinsale for a few hours, which is this little town. It's like a little port city, not a city, it's a town. And they have my favorite truffle shop there. It's a really lovely chocolate shop. And you know what I did? I bought myself a box of truffles. It cost quite a bit. And I said, you know what? This is for me. Because I'm not going to rely on someone else to remember how much I love these chocolates. And I'm not going to expect someone to remember that. Would it be nice? Of course, it would be nice if someone would remember, oh, Rachel got these chocolates years ago and she loved them so much that she kept the box all these years and she keeps her earrings in them. And whenever she goes back to Kinsale, she's going to go into that shop. Years later, I finally get to go into the shop and I get myself the truffles, and I don't expect someone else to remember that because it's okay to love yourself and not have to feel like you need to be validated by somebody else. I'm saying this as the person who needed to hear this 10, 15 years ago. You don't have to rely on someone else to remember the things that you love when you can show yourself love anytime you want. And another form of love and showing yourself that you can love yourself is to take care of yourself and go to the doctor. God damn it. Oh, sorry. Yes, exactly. I love it because it's exactly what I want. Exactly. Take myself out to lunch. Exactly. There's nothing better to me than taking myself out for like a sushi lunch. I love that. I like, well, first of all, I love liminal spaces. I like train stations, airports, and I'm usually alone these days, usually alone in these places. And I really love sitting down with my food and enjoying my food and my company. I think a lot of young people, you know, like in your late teens, early 20s, should recognize that, like, it's not about seeking validation. It's about finding out who you are, crafting yourself to be the person that you want to be, and then learning to accept someone if you want someone to share your life with, meeting them at this, like, on the same level, and accepting that you are independent people. You're not one person. And when I was young, I was taught that you must mold yourself to be the person that that person wants you to be, because there was a fear of being rejected or like living your whole life and like not finding someone to objectify you. It was really weird when I was a teenager and I had to unlearn a lot of stuff. So I'm really excited to share that knowledge with people who are teenagers and young adults, because the script has flipped very, very quickly. If I had listened, I would have had several children and I would have been a very unhappy person. I would not be the person that I am today. Not that I think that kids would ruin my life, but the relationship that I was in would have ruined my life. I recognize that now. Used to feel so self-conscious when I said one. Me, myself, and I. Yeah. Never had truffles. Sounds good. You should try some. If you were closer, I would make you some. I love making truffles. I used to, fun fact, used to work at a chocolatier. I used to make truffles. It was really, really fun, and I got to eat some. Chocolate and diamond art. Heck yeah. Me time is important. Here's some money, buy yourself something, because he will get me something I don't like. He says, buy something else other than diamond art. It's sweet that he's giving you money to get something that you love. You should do it next week, Holly. Go for sushi next week. I wanted his sister to buy me a Valentine's present. She wanted to buy cosmetic stuff. I'm just not that person. Yeah. This is why I like gift cards. Alone and happy, not lonely. Exactly. You can be alone and happy, and that's okay. And you know what? A lot of people are waking up and they're saying, you know, I would be happier alone than having to like baby someone. At least for people like me. Not me specifically, but people who identify as female in the social construct of relationships are now choosing to be alone rather than to have a partner that could potentially just become like a child. We don't want that. We want a partner. We want someone who is an equal, someone who will emotionally take care and want to endeavor to make us feel great and to feel better about ourselves, that will raise us up and build our confidence. We don't want a partner that's going to require work in a childlike manner. I don't want a partner that is a child and treats me like I'm supposed to be their mother. Like, that's not, we are two people who live our lives together. We do not have that. That's not the relationship that I want. That is a relationship that a lot of my ancestors had, and I'm breaking this cycle. What haven't I done? A lot. I haven't done a lot. I'm sure you can find truffles for sure. Just maybe a chocolate, if you have a chocolate store, I'm sure there must be some chocolatier somewhere that could potentially ship. I'm not sure. Are you in one of the big cities? Are you in Cape Town, Nessa? Every day is a day to show someone you love them. Oh, it's almost Stream Raiders time. Let's play Stream Raiders. I'm not stitching, sorry. Yay, thank you for all your units. Let's go. I'm gonna haste here. See if we can get them to go that way. Love waking up in my own bed. Plenty of room for me, cats, and bed snacks. I might be alone, but I'm not lonely. There could be. I'm not well versed in Kelly Clarkson, sadly. Lovely human. Lint makes good truffles. Yes. That's why my husband is much older than me. I didn't have time in my busy schedule to date someone my age or close. Husband is a hardworking farmer and diver. Ooh, works for what he wants. I live in a small farm town. Oh, well, that's awesome. And I totally get where you're coming from. Hello? Thank you. Would anybody like the gold or the Saint Scrolls or the Bomber Scrolls? Yeah, Godiva as well. South Africa's a little different though. I don't know if any of you have friends from South Africa. Ooh. I'm actually getting quite a lot of places near Cape Town for sure. I don't know if they would ship, but they look really good. There's a chain called Chocolates by Tomes. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Tomes. And then Africoa. And there's an Honest Chocolate Cafe. Oh my God. Hippolytus Chocolate Tasting Room. I want to go. I really want to go to South Africa one day. Crenty, you get the gold. They might ship. I mean, if you're within a certain distance, maybe? I don't know how that works. Midnight Moon and Jen, congratulations on getting some scrolls. Let's move on. We're going to the boss battle. I'm gonna fight this eyeball looking thing. Yes, let's go together. Oh, so Stream Raiders introduced this now. This is called a Chaos Seraph. Oh, it's an angel. I'm not afraid anymore. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. That is so cute. The shield and the sword have rainbows on it. Maybe abyssals are not as bad as we thought. Even their print. Ew, Centurion, that monster is charming you. Stay focused. Don't be afraid. I will fight for the prince. Okay. Let's go battle. I like the new RPG kind of thing. Is that it? Oh no, there's some down there too. I'm gonna pop a paladin on. Let's start down here, hey? Okay. Let's start down here and let them come to us. I'm gonna help plan this out a little bit. Okay. There we go. Yes, let's go together. Let's do it. I have relatives from South Africa. My grand and granddad moved to Africa years ago for my granddad to work in gold mines. My mom was married over there. I mean, my brother were born in Zimbabwe and Shabani. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. That's really interesting. Yes, what Zach said. They're not hard to make. You can make them complicated if you want to. But only if you want to. I think we're having a really good conversation today. Thank you all so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. I think it's important to understand that you have value just being a person that lives, you know, just being someone who is here. Well, sometimes we need to be reminded of that fact. But in general, I'm happy that you're all here. You really brighten up my week. You really do. My lips are so dry today. Pokemon! Oh, Pokemon! Look at that. It's a little hamster. Pat rat. It's cute. I wonder how long it's gonna take to do this section. Like, how long did it take us before my Instagram got deleted, so I don't remember when I started mine. Actually, hang on, I could probably find out. Bear with me. Let me look at my whip list. Friendship. What? It's not on there? Hang on. Oh my god, it's not on there. I didn't write it down. When did we start? Aika? That's confusing. I feel like we started it in 21. in 2021. Grats, Grunty. We watched Lord of the Rings while working on it, and we started it when I was there. Which would have been in April. One below. Will we give it like an arbitrary date? I had already started it. Sling! Hey, how are you? According to Instagram. Where's Insta? I was just looking this up. So I finished the top half in June of last year. So it took over a year, I think. Or did I come over last year? I came over last year, did I? Not 21? It was 22? Jesus, 2021 is like, honestly, I have erased it. Or maybe it was last year. I don't remember. It was 22. My brain don't work no more. I'm telling you. Give me this. 22. Probably before Trans Pride Tapestry. I think I started that one for Pride. So we started in April and finished in June. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. So 04, 22. Oop. Okay. We're just going to say April. Din-dins. Wow. Is it 6 o'clock? Let me drink my coffee, y'all. I gotta drink it while it's still warm. Yeah, I think clearly grief, okay? My granddad died in February of 21. And I feel like that year just disappeared out of my mind. I did a lot that year. I accomplished a lot that year. But my there's something about it that just kind of erased. Because when I think, like when I was back in the States again, maybe it was because it was the same situation, my grandma in home hospice and unresponsive and doing the same medications, the same shit all over again. It felt like it had only been a few months or maybe like a year. It had not been 2 in my mind. And that is very interesting to me. Because I think that time is not like linear. We want to think that it's like exact, but like I feel very timey-wimey at the moment. It's wibbly wobbly. Sure is. I did. I had the panini twice. So I got COVID in yeah. Okay, so COVID started in, well, for us, it started in March of 20, or February, March, somewhere around there, of 2020, right? I went to the States at the end of 2020. It was very difficult to travel. I helped take care of my grandmother while my grandfather was passing. I left in April of 2021. That's why I didn't come over. At the end of December of 2021, I got COVID. And I was sick into January of 2022. In April of 2022, I went to Hika's. And in September of 2022, I got COVID again. March-ish. It was just a few days before Patty's Day. Exactly. There's also, there's a lot going on in Ireland as well with, we're having a lot of refugees from the Ukraine and other places coming here. And it is messing with the fact that there's three major factors at play at the moment, and I'm not usually like political. I'm just gonna cover it. There is a housing and homelessness crisis in Ireland. It is very difficult to find somewhere to live, especially in major cities, that isn't ridiculously overpriced because of landlords being greedy. There are a lot of houses that are empty, not occupied, falling to ruin, and the government says their hands are tied, that they can't do anything about it. So then the Ukraine war starts February of last year, and we take in refugees, a lot of refugees, but they say there's nowhere to put them except hotels. So because they couldn't rely on just the, in my opinion, extremely unfit for purpose system of, what's the word? Shit. Starts with a D. Anyway, there's like a system in place, but it's privatized. It's not actually the government. The government has handed this over to these private companies to take care of these refugees, except they're squeezing them by only serving them food that's pennies on the euro, like they're trying to get their money's worth. And I actually went and protested this because the system is just not fit for purpose. This is before the Ukraine war. This is in 2021. Anyway, 2022, Ukraine war, people are coming, flooding hotels. Hotels are taking them. But the hotels want the tourism to start up again because Ireland is a very tourism heavy industry. Like there isn't like, it's tech and tourism. Okay. So the hotels are saying, we don't mind having refugees, but they need to have a better system. They need a way to move into our society because their kids are in school, they're getting jobs, they're getting on their feet, but there's no housing, very little housing, very bad economy. So they're like, the hotels are going, we need a new system. This you need to do something about this. And that is where we are at present. We have been trying for the last 10 years to get the Greenway in Kerry, right? Kerry is one of the most beautiful counties in Ireland. It's virtually untouched. It's very rural. That's where I live. It's like the west coast of Galway, where, you know, you've got all those beautiful cliffs and everything, Cliffs of Moher, all that stuff. Down here, it's like that too. It's a very, very beautiful place. People come here to visit. Not many people live here because it is just so, like, removed from amenities. You know, there's no theater. There's not a lot of entertainment. It's just you live really close to the ocean, lots of bad storms. In the summer, it's very beautiful. In the winter, it's very bad. Very bad. So people are being moved here, middle of nowhere, no jobs, no houses. And the government keeps saying, yeah, but that's the landlords. It's the landlord's fault. And we're like, yeah, but you can get involved. We've reached breaking point here. So there's a major election coming up soon, and hopefully all this can get kind of like sorted, because that's another added stress for us, because we're seeing literally like the people who need the help the most, not even, you know, Irish people who have been here for their entire lives are not getting the help that they need. They're getting angry because they think that, oh, well, you know, these asylum seekers can come in and they can get help. But what about these people on the street? And I know why they're angry. The anger needs to be redirected to the correct way, though, because it's definitely not asylum seekers' fault. Anyhow, that stress surrounding like the normal day-to-day life of me as well that I don't share about is also an added stressor for me, because I have many Ukrainian friends, and watching them have to deal with this, they have to live in hotels, they eat really shitty food, and they can't find jobs. These are doctors. These are like really professional people that can't get their jobs. So, Wind Talker, thank you for the raid. How are you? Welcome in. What were you doing? What were you doing on your stream? Thank you for stopping by. We had originally planned for you to come in 2020 for Christmas markets. That's right. COVID. Yeah, 2020 Christmas market. And then I had to go abroad, right? They announced markets 2021 would happen. You booked a flight and COVID said, hold my beer. That's right. They shut everything down again for the Christmas markets. I remember that. That was really annoying. You have a big problem with investors buying property. People who actually live here can't afford it. Yeah, exactly. That's stupid. Why can't they do the same with empty houses? Exactly. Oh, you were working on leather? Ooh. Can I get a shout out for Wind Talker, please? Ooh, this is a B type, so I'm going to use a great ball. Thanks, Crunchy. Ooh, you've played video games as well. Sounds awesome. I'm going to go ahead and give him a follow. Let me find you. Here you are. Definitely going to try and pop in on your next stream. If you are new here and you haven't met me before, my name is Rachel. I go by Rachel Ray on the internet, and I do crafts on Twitch, and sometimes I game. Sometimes. It's been a little while. But thank you so much for stopping in. And if you need to go do after stream care, if you need to go take a break or go get a sandwich or something, please feel free. I know what it's like to have to raid and run. I often have to do it myself. Today I'm working on a cross stitch that me and one of my best friends in the whole wide world are doing, because it's Valentine's Day and we love our friends. Congratulations on the catches, everyone. Oh, going to the post office. Yeah. Go before they close. Mine is already closed for 20 minutes, unfortunately. Being relocated. Yeah. So that's the other thing, Creative Pixie. So like they're most of them are women with children. Okay. The media wants to focus on the men that are coming because they think that men are troublemakers, apparently. Like a few bad apples sour the bunch kind of thing. But most of them are women with children of school age, and they are being relocated at the drop of a hat. And these kids have established themselves in school. They've made friends. They need some kind of security in their life right now. And that's the really stupid thing, you know? And it's not like the hotels are not obliged to do this. It's like each hotel is asked if they would like to participate. And a lot of them, especially in this area, said yes, because it's a solid income, especially after COVID. There aren't that many people coming over, especially in the winter as well. So yeah, at first it was like, yes, let's do it. And now it's like, okay, we need a more permanent solution. Can we please make a more permanent solution? We need affordable housing for everyone. For everybody. If I lived in Dublin, I would have to work 2 jobs. Like, easy. And then it's like, well, what's your quality of life at that point? You know? Love you. Love you. Only one color left on this wretched dodo bird. Let's go. Let's go, as Ari says. Ayo. I wonder if Anna's awake. I need Anna to hear my sound and let me know what she thinks. I tested it out as much as I could before the stream today because I was messing with the levels and stuff. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my God, really? I just kept going. Yes, kids need stability and not chaos. Right. Look, we're going around the corner now. We did it. We did it. One of the Ukrainians in my work was moved into temp housing. No furniture. She had her 86-year-old mother and 8-year-old son. Oh my God. I know, exactly. And you know what it is? The other thing is that a lot of people are helping, right? Normal people like you and me. We're like, okay, what can we do? I've got extra mattresses. I've got extra clothes and everything. And I really feel like there's just not enough foresight. Not enough thinking is being put into this, you know? Done with dark gray. I can finally do stitches in actual color. Yay! You've done so well. Did you put a picture in the Discord for everybody? She is so pretty. The stitch that Heike is doing. Late afternoon, evening isn't the best time for my cross-stitch project, but I'm glad I got it started. Yay! All right, I'm going to go to the Discord, everybody, so please feel free to pop in your pictures. Ooh, okay. Window capture 2. Not yet. Okay, take your time. It's fine. Here's Katie's. Tonight we ride. Very nice. I got about 150 stitches in yesterday on my Dark 13, actually, and I will show you. Because we were in Jasmine's stream and it was Dark 13, and I was like, I will spin the wheel. So I spun my craft wheel and it landed on cryptids. So I pulled it out and can't really see it very well. I did all of that yesterday. This is, it's a lot taller than the other boxes and a bit bigger, so it's going to take a lot more time. But this is Bigfoot. Originally it's charted that Yeti goes here. I don't want Yeti on mine. I'm going to put Bigfoot here, and at the top where Bigfoot was charted, there's 3 of them that could go there. I'm going to put Hodag there, which I think is the goat. That's the one I want anyway. Okay, back to here. So that's really cool, and I love this fabric. It's so moody. Good progress on Angel de los Muertos. Very nice. Oh, they are so pretty. The skulls are beautiful with the flowers on them. Love it. Started watercolor horse cross stitch. Nice. Look at that beautiful needle minder. So pretty. Monster finished the baby blanket. Yay! Awesome. It's such beautiful colors. Nice chevron blanket. Very pretty. Yay, it's done. Non-binary doing, ooh, that's pretty. A cabinet. This is a temperature cell, isn't it? And this one, cool. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I like the border. It's kind of like a painting. An update on You Belong to Me. Very pretty. So pretty. Look at the fish. Yeah. And a butterfly. Cute. I like that there's a rabbit just hanging out in the palm trees. This is the end of last week. The bottom of the piece all done with backstitch. Right here. Last week. I love it. I love the little silvery hair as well. This is where I am now. The top part is hell, and there's going to be so much backstitching. Honestly, it's going to be so impressive. But there's a reason that I didn't choose this project. It's a lot of backstitch, and I don't like it. I know it makes it look so good, though. Jessie! Jessie's here! This is Dee's new pattern. Please go check out Dee's Instagram because they have this pattern up. It's part of their Make a Statement series, and it's awesome. It's really awesome. I am not starting it, not because I don't believe in it, but just because I have so many things going right now. And I'm hoping that by educating and sharing with people that JKR is not only transphobic, but also anti-Semitic, and so is all of her work, that I can show my support in a different way, but this is incredible. And if you want to see it, I will show you a picture on Instagram in just a few minutes. And then I remember that Jessie showed us that they started a swatch for the sea glass tea. And I love this yarn so much. It is so pretty. So pretty. Oh my God, it's finished. Look. What a clip. Hi, Jessie. The cat gives 0 fucks. Oh my gosh. Victory screech. I hope I did that right. Yay. How is it going? Look at this. So good. It's done. Sadly, we are all trapped in flesh prisons that we cannot escape. Bellini. Kitty. So tiny. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing, everybody. Let's go to the game. It's a scam. All right, we're gonna do a stronghold here. Good luck, everyone. Thank you for joining me on the boss battle. Coffee. Hiccups. I still need to plan a drinking stream. A little bit scared. Not gonna lie. How are you feeling today, Jessie? Are you working from home? Or are you in the office? The dreaded office. Oh, we totally annihilated that boss. Yay. Congratulations. Berserker scrolls and flying rogue scrolls. Anybody? I'm kind of upset at Stream Raiders nerfing their boss battle chests. I feel like there should be more better stuff in a boss chest. Because we spend so much time getting to that level. If you need moral support, that would be fun. I can't wait until April or May, sorry. In May, we're going to be doing it together, all 3 of us. And Jasmine might be there too. That's just going to be chaos. This is a B-type tier. Do I have a phantom? Phantom ball. Nope. And the funnels. I might be where? You're road tripping from Toronto back to Jessie's, right? This is a funnel-free zone. You're not catching anything, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Flying, okay. I got you. Did anybody else say nope? Okay. And Adam, I guess. Yeah, Adam could be there too. AKA Oasis. Congratulations as well. Did I hurt my comrades? It's not your fault. You were under the influence of abyssal magic. Adam, the afterthought. He will be there. Katie, congratulations. Did you hear about the fallen celestials? They were exiled. Rumors say that they joined our enemies. Even in exile, they should have more honor than that. I don't even know what this... I don't care what the story is in this, I'm going to be honest. Right. Okay. Let's go up here. And here as well. So here and here. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool. But if you have a craving for funnel cake. Ooh, Buxton Wool Festival. Cool. Hi, Carla. How are you? Birthday's in May. Yay! No funnels. Just no funnels. That's the rule. All right. So we're going across now. And I think I'm going to have to take a little tiny break because I need to take a moment. And I think y'all need to get something to drink as well. Finally home from work and now diamond painting! Woo! Mom, I don't know. Maybe she has an explanation on her social media. Someone sent me friend requests. Thank you. Kind of wish Stitch North would be a couple weeks later because we could have been there for Jesse's birthday. I know. We'll get a cake. We're going to get a U-Crops cake. Jasmine, thank you for the gift. You sent me a sticker. I think I just sent it right back. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was, that it's like a curse. Thank you, Yana. I'm sending you a gift as well. We're trying to get these missions done in time. Who else? No one else. Okay. Oh! A love disc. This is what love disc looks like. It's a pink fish. I got a yellow one yesterday. It was so exciting. I am playing Pokemon Go, obviously. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. You're a good one. All right, I'll keep you. Let's see how we're doing. Oops. So I'm 16 out of 25 gifts, and then I get these, which I really need the Ultra Balls. So I only have 3 hours and 19 minutes. So I think the yellow is a shiny, I think. Okay, Dawn, see you later. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, we need to give each other gifts, like, immediately, because Charber and Tigger Cat, thank you. Yeah, because of the thing, and I really, really need the Ultra Balls. Oh, I got a medal. I got a garden medal. Nice. Oh, and I got a scatterbug. Cute. You're so little. I will search for shiny in just one moment after I collect this Pokemon. Wow, a 3-star. And I can evolve it immediately. Let's go. Can you see? I can kind of see. My friend code is in the Discord, Crenty. I made a new Discord chat channel under gaming called Pokemon, and we put our codes in there, so thank you in advance. Spupa. Spupa. Interesting. Okay. Friends. Ticker Cat, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There is a shiny new Pokemon cat. What? Oh, right. That's Lola. Lola helping to type. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. See, I said I was going to take a break, and then I start playing Pokemon Go. Do. Okay, now I will go. Now I will go temporarily. 9 pounds and 10 claws worth. Yes, do it. You'd always watch a YouTube video on how to do Discord as well, if you find visual stuff, excuse me, helpful, because I didn't understand Discord either, but it's actually pretty simple, and I prefer it to like Facebook. Okay, I will be back in just a few minutes. Enjoy the clips. But that would be no fun for you, because then you couldn't interact with us. But we could watch you. We're watching you. We're watching you. Hello, everybody. I'm back. Sorry about the weirdness. I fixed the clippy thing. Finally. It was also doing the same clips over and over. Anyway, I just wanted to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and start the encounter real quick. Another Frillish. I have like a bajillion of these. Okay. Hi, Willem. I'm good. How are you? Happy Valentine's Day. Luna says Happy Valentine's Day too. A mysterious Pokemon has appeared. Let's go. A shiny! Oh, okay, good. Aww. Yay. Is it a 3-star? It's a 3-star! We're gonna evolve it. Ready? Let's go. Wow, look at it. I know it's supposed to be a jellyfish, but it looks like it has a giant mustache. Yay! And I have loads of candies, so I can battle it up. Or, power it up, sorry. Yay! And we got something else as well. Holy moly. Now I just got to do lots of battles. How much time do I have? 14 days. Oof. And I got some berries. Nice. Nice. It's Elizabeth! Yay! Hi! Welcome to the stream. How are you? If you don't know Elizabeth, I thought you were calling too. Weird. Anyway, Enabler's Outpost is in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? We were just playing some Pokemon Go. I don't know if you play Pokemon Go, but feel free to add me as a friend. A friend. What's going on? Did y'all see the pen that I got? Is it out? I don't know if it's out. Disney Addict, thank you so much for resubscribing. How are you doing today? Happy Valentine's Day! Hey Crafty, Tabby Cat, hey Salty. Wow, wow, yeah. Do you want a hug again? You want some more? How's Opie doing? Enjoy your work and lurk. Where's the pen? Luna? Did I put it away? I think I put it away. Hold on. Here it is. Don't drop the drills. Look at it. I didn't make a dedicated video. I'm really sorry. It just came at a really bad time and I couldn't make an actual video. But Enabler's Outpost has my favorite diamond painting pens in the whole wide world. This is a Flower Girl blank. So this has pine cone and some flowers and like little bits and pieces, and it's very Christmassy and I love it so much. And this one came in the mystery box for Halloween, and look how thick it is. Look how thick that is. 2 C's. Okay. Good girl, Luna. Aren't they beautiful? A lot better? Oh, good. Good, 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 good. Yes, I love them. I always love them. I like how thick they are because it helps. A lot of the people who watch my channel do suffer from like things like arthritis or cramping. So the thicker pens are chef's kiss. But enjoy your lurk. I hope you don't have to work too hard today. A thick boy, exactly. Honestly, I have a plethora of pens, and I find that the first pens that I ever got were very thin. They were thicker than like a writing pen, but they aren't thick enough to make it comfortable to diamond paint for many hours. And honestly, when you're addicted to diamond painting, you just want to do it for like 8 hours a day. And I think that thicker diamond paintings really help. I'm gonna have to turn on the heater, I think. Stay. Getting chilly. Oh, just turn on the heater and get it nice and warm in here. Yeah, I need to destash some too. I do have some trays in my destash right now. RachelRaycraft.com, along with some diamond paintings. And I just didn't have the time to do the pens yet because there are so many of them. There's more trays coming too, but it won't be for another week or so before I get that done. I'm going to be upfront about that. Also, just to put it out there, I do have 2 different shipping options on the website. There's a standard no tracking. I don't recommend it, but it's cheaper. It's not insured. So if something happens and it goes missing in the mail, I can't help you. Then there's the insured tracking option. Tracking comes when you get insurance. And that will help me that if it gets lost in the mail, I can send in a request to find it and get money back if that happens. Thanks, Grunty. Nice atmospheric music. Yes, this is a Skyrim mix, which I am planning on playing on stream. We're going to play some Skyrim soon. I got a copy of it when it went on sale recently. And I love Skyrim. It's one of my favorites. 20 Celsius. Oh my gosh. That's very warm. That's summer temperatures for us. In February? Wow. I heard there is like a kind of a weird polar event going on at the moment. So in the North Pole, the stratospheric polar vortex, it's very warm. Let's put it this way. It's very warm at the poles, which is pushing those low pressure cold fronts down further than it would normally be. So it's got this, you'll notice if you look at a picture of like the world map, it's the waves of that tropospheric polar vortex is reaching a lot further south than normal because the poles are warm. It's crazy. Not normal. Exactly. Fake spring in Georgia. It is warm here today too. It's 13 degrees, which is weird. I haven't been outside today. But it's very cloudy now because of the heat. Strange. But it's gonna get very cold very fast. So just be careful. I think that a lot of people are going to get sick by the rapid changes in temperature. More so than I think normal. 5 o'clock. Oh, Stream Raiders. How are we doing? 2 minutes. Okay, last chance to put some raiders on the map before another battle. I think we could probably go early, could we? Hang on. We probably could, but I'm gonna just... Salty Witch, thank you so much! Thank you for subscribing with your Prime. How are you doing? What are you up to? Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming and spending time with us. Oh, there's another Pokemon. B-type. Diggersby. That is one strange bunny. Let's see if Katie catches this one too. The great pollinating is just around the corner. Indeed. My method is that I am only buying scrolls for units that are under level 20 because that's one of my things that I need to get more units up to level 20 for quest. I think that's everybody. I'm not spending my money on upgrading them yet. Wow. Look at us. Okay. I'm gonna use, let's start. Haste to get them to go fast. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, definitely get your hay fever tablets. Grats, Celtic and Katie and me. Congratulations. Heiko, you're very unlucky today. What's going on? Order crows from DAC, a new pen, and the metal tips. Yay! Awesome. I'm gonna randomize that. AKA and One Wee and Smalley. Congratulations. You didn't throw a ball? Okay. Well, fair. Fair enough. Last year I used the new 24-hour tablets. Huh. I did not know there were 24-hour tablets. I'm gonna go up there. You can go wherever you want. This is an easy battle, so I don't mind. Just place where you feel like it. Yeah, that would have been beyond luck, right? Okay, let's get back into this. Your last Pokemon was at 2 o'clock. Ugh. You know what I would like? I would like to take that steroid shot. There's a shot that would work for people like me. I suffer big time from hay fever. And my doctor keeps saying no. I guess I need to figure out what's wrong with me first. So I haven't really talked about it, but I need a second blood test, which will be taken at the end of the month to determine if I have a problem. One of my hormone levels is extremely high and it's a worrying one. So they're going to do the test again. If the results come back where it's high still, they will send me to an endocrinologist because it could be pretty dangerous. Or not dangerous, not like life-threatening dangerous, but definitely like possible surgery, which is kind of scary. But you know what? Whatever it takes. We'll see though. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I'm kind of, there's one part of me that's hoping that the levels are still high because I just want to see someone. I just want to be seen. What was that? Lizzie, thank you for subscribing again. Thank you so much. I didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. No, it's not the thyroid. I just don't want anybody to worry about me, okay? Don't worry. We're going to keep it positive. It is my blood prolactin level that is high. Yeah. So we will see. We will see. We will stay positive. I'm taking it easy and I'm staying away from working too much and stressing myself out. And I did see something 2 days ago, I think, about how cortisol, you can get addicted to cortisol, which is the stress hormone. And I think that I have that. I think that is a problem that I have, because my brain, no matter what I tell it, it immediately just stresses out. And that's the only way that my brain knows how to function these days, is to be stressed. So like, for example, doing things at the last possible minute before a deadline. The rush that I get from waiting until the last possible moment is the dopamine that I need in order to do some things. And I'm trying actively to change that, because I'm tired. I'm sickened by that. So, yeah, I'm like trying to rewire my brain, if that makes sense. Disconnect from bad things, exactly. Yeah, more mental health. Exactly. Just taking care of your mental health. Catastrophize, exactly. It's hard. You can have cortisol levels tested. Maybe I will ask them to do that for me. Hey, Allison, welcome back. Ma'am, you can go eat. I gave you food in my last break. I did. You forget? Did you forget? It's over there. What's going on? What's going on? You did that in 2021? It's not a bad idea. I didn't know that it was able to be tested by the dog. By the dog? Let's see. Happy dog. It's a good dog. It's a stinky dog. You're stinky. You're stinky. Where did you go? I'll work on my procrastination issues tomorrow. Exactly. Excuse me. According to the test, my level wasn't unusual. 6 months later, I was burned to cinders. I'm not sure how to think about it. Yeah, I mean, there could be other factors at play too, right? So one of the big things for me, a motivating factor for me in the past has been people depend on me, therefore I must. And I'm sure that there's a lot of situations where that works, and that is a positive thing to believe. But as a child-free person, it doesn't work for me, right? The only person that is depending on me is me. And the job that I have is, I'm very, 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 very lucky. I can choose when I work, and it's not, you know, I have a very unusual and wonderful situation that I refuse to complain about. But because my brain is addicted to this procrastination and has been since before university. My brain does not get dopamine the same way that a neurotypical person's does. AKA, when you complete a task, you get a rush of, wow, I did the thing. I don't get that. My dopamine comes from the last minute high, where it's like, oh my God, this is due tomorrow. Oh my God, I have an exam tomorrow. And now I have to do all of the things that are expected of me within a very short time period. So I cannot possibly give my all. I want to. So it's self-sabotaging. The rare times that I have had to do things on a much tighter timeline, there's always a much tighter turnaround time. I wasn't given a lot of time to do something. For example, I did a teaching course in 2017, I think, 2016 or 17. It was a very quick course, like 1 month, to get a certificate, which was equal to like basically a college class, right? Because the timeline and the expectations were so quick, I didn't have any time for anything else. I couldn't even read a book if I wanted to. There was no TV, there was no book. For a whole month, it was just focus on doing these projects, like barely time to eat dinner. No time to socialize. I felt so good in that month. It was bad because my dopamine was really high because I had to do these things and they were due the next day, and I had to focus for like 6 or 7 hours straight in order to get it exactly the way that I thought that it should be. And I'm a high achiever and a perfectionist. So I would really, really focus on making it the best that it possibly could be, but it was due tomorrow. And so, yes, I felt so bad that I felt good. That's self-sabotage. Most people buckle under that kind of pressure. And those traits, high achiever, perfectionist, are very, it is catastrophic. So, like internal monologue at the end of last year, before I was called away suddenly for my grandmother, my idea that was going to start at the beginning of this year was, I'm making a new YouTube channel and it's going to be for FlossTube, and I'm going to do all of these things. I'm going to remake my tutorial series. I'm going to make it with better lighting, better camera, blah, 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 blah. Perfectionism. I want to do it right, and I want it to be even better and have more views and more interaction than the last one. I also had the same feeling about diamond painting. I'm going to redo this series. I'm going to redo all my tutorials. I'm going to make it with better lighting. But things happen, and I realized that it wasn't necessarily possible for me or necessary for me to do it at all, really, unless I really wanted to. Oh, another B type. Wow, there's a lot of B types today. Why do I keep saying type? Tier. Anyway. Yes. Perfectionism is self-torture. And my therapist said that as well. And I'm working really hard to understand that if I want to do something because I want it, I would like to do it for me because I enjoy it, versus I want to do it for me because I feel like I'm obligated. And it's not just me looking to make more work for myself because I want to torture myself. Does that make sense? So, that there's okay. I have feelings. I heard in a live about what's her name? A self-help. Oh, I've been awake. Good night. Good night, Jasmine. Sleep loose. Thank you for being here. Ooh. Thank you for being here and for hanging out. And congratulations on finishing the Animal Crossing Sal. That's a huge achievement. It's amazing. You should wrap yourself up in it like a blanket. So, I read a book that was made by a self-help person, which I later, after I bought it and I started reading it, I realized, all right, or I was told about this person being a little bit problematic, because they are not licensed, like they're not a psychiatrist, they're not, or a psychologist, they're a lecturer and like someone who gathers information, a researcher, but that doesn't make them the authority on telling you something. So they're making a lot of money selling this book, but the book helped me to identify emotions, which sometimes I struggle with because I was told to not feel my feelings, and the only feelings that I feel are negative feelings a lot of the time. Those are the ones that come through. So I'm trying to, because of my therapy sessions, trying to recognize when and provide more opportunities for me to feel good every day. Right? Stay with me. Because it's really hard when you're depressed to recognize something that you can celebrate. Something you've done, something you've seen, something you've engaged in, seeking out something that is pleasurable and good and happy can be very, very difficult. So lately, I have been trying to surround myself and pick up on, grasp things that would not normally be in my sphere. And a lot of that is actually physically feeling. How do I put this? It's kind of like shaking my physical body to make it feel good things. And one of the best ways for me, and this is not for everybody, but one of the best ways for me to feel good is to feel bad, right? We've established this. So the one thing that feels bad but is good is exercise. And in the moment, it sucks. But afterwards, I actually get a high from it. And I'm realizing that that might be a puzzle piece for me that's missing in my life. And even though I'm not like trying to be an athlete, pain making me feel good. Do you see where this is going? Basically, I'm a masochist. Who knew? doesn't matter for who you're doing it for. As long as perfection is your goal, you're going to set yourself up for failure and you're torturing yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to hurt anyone, but those self-help people are usually fooling themselves and holier than thou, and that's it. Yeah. It was just that it was a collection of students' words that she published as a study. It's very sus. However, the bare bones of it is not that bad. It's, you know, it's still relevant. It's just the making money off of it part. Like that could have been a PDF, you know, that could have been a free PDF. She's already made money off of the people that attended the lecture, and now she's making money because she made a book about it. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let me turn this off. Okay. Whew. Now that the air is very warm. Are you still playing? Hello? There we go. Anyway. Yeah, so that is the crack. That is what's going on. Trying to ask myself questions when something difficult is going on. Ask yourself, like, why? And trying to bring in that rational voice, the logic voice, basically like an internal therapist. I find it very, I find it helpful. Okay, we're going to do 4 here. Paying attention, I swear. My, sometimes my internal monologue gets very cluttered with feelings that aren't good. And I can obsess over that, and that's not helpful for me at all. So I am trying to break the cycle. So that was 1, 2, 3, and then the 4 in a row. Cool. Aw, hi Opie. Hi Maui. Oh, they're so sweet. The big boys. I don't know if you've seen Elizabeth's dogs. They are adult sized. They're human, adult human size. I'm happy to share, Willem. I am happy to share. I want to... No! Sorry, excuse me for just 1 minute. So tonight is Valentine's for me and my close group of friends, and one of my friends just backed out because she has the kids. I thought that she had someone watching them. We planned this 2 weeks ago. We planned this 2 weeks ago. That's not fair. I mean, I'm still going out, but... Boo. I protest. can't her mom watch them for a little while? Let us go out? I don't understand. We planned this. I don't like it when people change plans on me last minute. Maybe. Maybe the sitter did have to back out. I don't know. She has a new boyfriend. He should watch the kids. Yeah, maybe mom has a hot date. But her boyfriend should watch them. It's just for a few hours. We're not going crazy. I mean, it's a Tuesday night. Ugh. Boo. Where are the hormones? Yeah. Oh, Saturday starts Carnival. Nice. I'm afraid to ask what not going crazy means. Not getting too pished is what they would say. Like having a couple drinks and that's it. We're meeting at 8 o'clock. So after the stream, I'm gonna make myself some dinner. Having Thai green curry. And then put on some makeup and get a nice dress. And then I'm gonna call a cab and I'm gonna get there a little early. And just hang out. Obviously I'm alone tonight, so it'll be nice to like talk to people because I'm still alone. And I literally have not talked to another human since yesterday at like 2 o'clock. It'll be nice to just go in and chill. I'll go there before 8 o'clock and then we're gonna have a couple drinks, just tell each other how much we love and appreciate each other. Get a little mushy maybe, and then I will be home like Cinderella before midnight because I'd like to get a good night's sleep again. I don't want to have a hangover tomorrow. Aw, thanks, Carla. You're so sweet. You know, sometimes I don't mind not talking to people, and I could go days without talking to anyone, but I think just, I don't know. To get in touch with what that is. What is that? Because there is a part of me. I am introverted, so I get overwhelmed by a lot of conversation for many days at a time. So like a lot of my friends are extroverts. They will go out on a Friday night, get absolutely wasted, go out the next day and meet each other for like lunch, brunch, or whatever, a hangover cure. I can't do that. I cannot people for like 2 days after I go for a sesh. We call it a sesh. Another C tier? I'm going to pass because I already have one. I'm pretty sure. Let me check. To see if it's already in your deck so you can do pokey check. What? Did I not catch it? It came up just a few hours ago. I feel like I travel a lot every day, drive for hours and hours in my car in my Zen moments. Yes, exactly. I love driving. good for a month. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't want to look at somebody for 2 days. Do you know what I mean? These days, that's how bad my hangovers can be. Because, let's be honest, so living here, people have I guess a higher tolerance. I also have a high tolerance. However, sometimes we can still overdo it, right? And if I have a hangover, it does last for at least a day. But usually I have to wait 2 days before I'm okay to see people again. That I can't do the next day. I am struggling with self-control on that. Crenty. Crenty's very lucky today. Cheat date. Wow, look at all of you. This is great. I'm gonna start early because there is so many people. Thank you so much. I see you, Pix. I see you. Thank you for your units. Yes, Ash Wednesday is my birthday this year. I am not fasting. Terrible. Even at work, colleagues can be loud after a while. Like, nope, I'm gonna check this or refill my trolley. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's one thing that I'm really glad that I don't actually have coworkers anymore, because I preferred jobs where I was left alone. For example, let's see, my last few jobs, I worked as a janitor, basically. I was a pool person. Where am I gonna go? Let's go up here. They'll all come this way. I mean, some of you can go in the middle if you want, but I'm gonna go in the back. So yeah, I worked by myself literally like 12 hours a day. I did 12-hour shifts by the end of the last few months of my job, before I started YouTube full-time. So I was alone. There was no other person. There would be like one other person to trade off the shift with. And we had to cut the hours. So it was like 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and we had to change the hours because literally 12 hours shifts, and I hated it, but at least I could be alone. The job before that, technically I was a teacher. So I taught kids. And then on my breaks, instead of being with everybody in the staff room, I would go outside because I'm overstimulated. And then the job before that, I worked in a chocolate shop making truffles and making coffees for people. And I hated that. Because of the interactions. Not necessarily because of the interactions, but because I was put under pressure to make these espressos and things, cappuccinos, and if there were more than 2 people in line, I would get really, really agitated, and my anxiety spiked. Celtic, I really wanted to be a housekeeper in that hotel. I thought that it would be really nice. but unfortunately it turned out that they cut down the staff so bad that there was one housekeeper for 56 rooms. It was not good. Yes. They were funny, but they were bad. There was that one time that I had to put a plant in, like a fake plant pot. It was like a fake bamboo. I had to put it in the kiddie pool to keep people from getting in the kiddie pool because the filter had popped off. And I didn't want a little kid to hurt themselves, break their ankle or something in the kiddie pool. Then we had these little like submergible orange people. I don't even know. I think that they were actually supposedly like to practice pulling people out of the water, right? For lifeguards and stuff. We used the little orange people to sink them to the bottom to keep people from hitting the filter, because the filter thing came up. Oops. Daytona 500. Oh, cool. Sometimes at work I wished I worked alone. Not kids, it's the adults, right? Oh, a proofreader. That sounds nice. I did send you pictures, didn't I? When you work attending probably like a coffee shop or clothes store, you get a new perspective. Yep. My first job, Carla, was I bagged groceries and took them to people's cars. Then I worked in the flower shop, which I really liked because I got to work alone and I didn't have a lot of pressure. Then they moved me to the cashier and it was awful. Then my next job was actually not Geek Squad. I sold the computers at Best Buy first, which I really liked because I was masking and I found it challenging in a very interesting way. My managers really knew what they were doing psychologically to encourage us to work harder, and it worked for a really long time. And then I moved to Geek Squad and I hated it. I loved it and I hated it because people are assholes when you're working customer service. They want you to be a filter. This is the thing about capitalism that I think is really hard for a lot of people to hear. And if you've never worked a retail job in your life, then you don't know. These companies want you to be the face of their company, but at the same time, take all of the emotional toll of their inability to provide service or quality. And then, dependent on the company, the retaliation that you will get from people will depend on the codes and the rules of how they determine their business. And no matter what, in America, no matter what, you have to be serviceable and basically be a slave of that company, an emotionless puppet for people to stamp all over you instead of stamping all over their stocks. And that is honestly the most difficult part about, and not being able to leave that job as well is the most difficult part about working retail. Wow. You've had 3 jobs. I've had so many jobs. Yeah, and you know what's really funny about retail now when I go back to America and I visit is that I love this. Gen Z doesn't care. They do not have the guilt complex that millennials have. Millennials are shedding that now, but we were trained to listen and to sacrifice for the company. hate it. I've been trying so hard to get rid of that, unlearn that, because I was trained to be a good little worker bee, and the young adults now, you get a 21-year-old in Target or McDonald's, they don't care. It's a minimum wage job. If you have a problem, you should contact the company directly. If something doesn't work, you bought something and it doesn't work and you return it, you should not be having an argument with the person behind the counter. You should literally just say, this doesn't work. I would like to return it. Here's my receipt. There should be no drama outside of that. And they will not hear it. They'll just be like, I don't care. You don't have a receipt. I can't help you. Bye. They don't have any guilt. They don't feel like they have to put on a mask. They're not a pawn. They will not be a pawn. And I applaud them for that. I find it refreshing. I'm not stitching anymore. Yes. I don't get people who are rude to retail workers. It doesn't make any sense to me. And if I see somebody being abused by a customer, I will speak out against them. I will step in. I encourage you to do the same. Step in for that kid that's getting yelled at by some stranger. And just be like, that's not okay. You can't do that. You can't talk to people like that. Like she's a person or he's a person. Hi, Tabitha. You're on lunch break. Yummy. I want a lunch break. I got like 15-ish minutes. We'll do the last Stream Raiders battle and then I'm going to go for the day. Supposed to help with annual inventory at a giant supermarket. But instead of inventory, they put me in clothes. I spent 10 days picking up after people folding jeans, hanging clothes back up, and putting shoes back on the shelf. Yeah, no. Inventory, though, is a fantastic job. I wish I had gotten into it because it would, oh, Willem, okay, thank you for coming in. See you later. See you on Thursday. Inventory is fantastic because you come in the middle of the night, basically 5, 6 a.m., and you count everything. There's no one to talk to. Just boop, 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 boop. Calculate all that stuff up, put in the computer, clock out. Sounds like the best job. Honestly. Yes. I'm done. I'm done with retail. I've done my fair share. I've done the retail, I've done the coffee shop, I've done the restaurant. I can't handle restaurants. When I first got here, Rory, my brother-in-law, asked me to help wait tables. Never done it in my life. I can't remember shit. So, that did not work out for me. It did not work out for me. And I was like, I love you, but I cannot do this. And I did. I stepped in when I had to. When he desperately needed someone, I stepped in. But I cannot do that. It is not in my... I would never... I would never complain about restaurant staff. Wow. 10 days, $1,000. Wow. Right, Holly, I know. Mind numbing, but good. Yes. Nope, nope, nope. Exactly, Salty, exactly. Right, Creative Pixie, exactly. That's the bare minimum. They obviously. That is so annoying. I'm so sorry. All right, let's catch this. yeah, after working in Best Buy, I moved to South Korea and I started, I did 3 contracts. My first one was at like a preschool slash elementary school. The preschool was in the morning. So littles, and I loved them so much. And then as the day went on, it was a private school, so kids would come in and it basically was like an after school care where they would learn English. Most of them would stop in at like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then they would go back, go to another private school, they call it Hagwon, and they would learn more subjects. So they go English, math, music, history, whatever their parents paid for. Those kids were falling asleep in class. They were in school all day, like 16 hours a day. They're 12, they're 8, and they're in school for 16 hours a day. It was unbelievable. I finished that contract, which was a year. Then I moved to my next school, which was in elementary school, where I taught children, and I did English and theater. And I loved those kids, and I did not like my coworkers. I had 2 coworkers that I did like, but there were other people who were making my life hell. I get it now. I look back on it and I get it. I was 24, 25 in that job. And I get it now. Why there was this complex with my elder teachers. But they really did want to just make my life difficult because they were jealous. Then I did a 1.5-year contract with them before I signed I did a year contract with them before I signed a 1.5-year contract with my third and final school, which was essentially a 1.5 years with 16-year-old boys. It was a horrible experience. I hated it. I didn't realize just how bad it would get. And I blame that situation for my depression because it really kicked things off. Jesse! More meetings today. Scattered! Hey, how are you? We are just finishing up the stream. The next 10 minutes or so. Talking about jobs that we've had. But yeah, they weren't, teaching was a big part of my learning, but just having to be at everyone else's whim for doing things because no one gets things done on time. Why aren't they being reprimanded for not doing things on time? Like they should be doing their thing that they've been trained to do, that they're expected to do, and they don't do it within the acknowledged time frame. Then they hand it off to you. I really feel like they should be reprimanded for that. They hook you in with the littles and send you to the dogs, right? Oh, management. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Am I allowed to just be mad for you? Is that okay? Because I really feel like there's an obvious answer here as to why this job has gone to pot in the last couple years. And it's not you, babe. Not you. Ugh. Okay. It's just ridiculous. Like, people just don't know how to do. I have no experience in an office, but I really feel like I wouldn't last very long because I have an incredible aversion to things that don't make sense. Nice. Hi. How are you? Are you going to be streaming soon? Because I need somewhere to go. I need somewhere to take my people. Please say yes. Please say yes. It would be great to hang out with you while I make dinner. Yeah, exactly, scattered. Yeah, I get it. Not yet, no. Oh, thank you. Let me show you. Good ships and wood ships, ships that sail the sea. The best ships are friendships, may they always be. By Benny Stitchy and the Blue Flower. And you can use this to get the link. Me and Stone Cold Coffee Crafts, we are stitching it, a little bit of it for each other. So this is her project, but I'm stitching the bottom half and she's doing the same on mine. And it seems fitting for Valentine's Day, right? That was a big tractor that just passed the house. Oh, can I get a shout out for Dace, please? Because I think you should definitely go to the stream. Since we can't raid yet. Thank you. She's asleep right now. Big dog. You want me to wake her up? She's actually being quiet.
Hey, listen.
Huh? What? Me and Books are gonna do peace between us, but we may do crosses different way. That's what we're doing. What, Heiko? What? What's wrong? Usually that sound alert is for when something is wrong with my stream. Hey, Fluffy. Hi, Fluffy. She's a good girl. She's a sheepy girl. She's a sheepy dog. Oh, MakerBug is streaming. All right. Okay. Sorry. We could. I'm just going to finish this one battle and get that last Pokemon. Let me see. Hold, please. Scusi. Mute. Okay. Thank you. At least I got to catch like 10 minutes of your stream today. It's okay. It's okay. I understand. I mean, it's my fault for streaming when y'all are in work, but this time does suit me better because my brain is awake. I think so the next stream is Thursday at 2 p.m. And hopefully I won't have to like readjust that. Hopefully. Because James and Mary are coming back on Thursday. And I don't know if I need to like walk to the house to like put on the fire and stuff. I'm sure that Rory can do that, but if for some reason I have to cancel, I will let you know, or I will readjust and we will do a nighttime stream or something like that. But yeah, it'll be fine. Tuesdays are a bitch because it's report day. It's okay. It's all right. I usually listen to your streams after on weekends. Oh yeah, I will be posting this on YouTube. So, wow, 4 hours. Long whipping chat. Ismail, hello, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I hope you're having a good day. If you need to cancel and want to do Friday, we could switch. Ooh, I will let you know on Thursday morning. Yeah, me too. I haven't heard anything all day, so no news is good news, right? There's like a little tiny minuscule fly. Oh, you listen on Twitch. Okay. That's okay. Yeah, I'm getting ready. We got 5 more minutes till the battle, okay? 2 minutes to Pokemon. Can you wait? What she likes to do is she likes to growl at me. Excuse me. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate that. I love it when people lurk. I totally understand if you don't want to like chat. So thank you for making yourself known. Yay. I will be probably... Will I be cross-stitching or diamond painting? I'm not sure. Ma'am. What? You think you're unloved. Unwanted. You know what I can't find? And this really upsets me. I cannot find rooks. What happened to rooks, Luna? I had the whole kit. I'll probably diamond paint because I did nothing but stitching last week. Yeah. What happened to rooks? The rookening! I know, and I had it. I showed it to you. I got the box and everything, and now I can't find it. I have the cherry blossom. I have the fishy guy. And I have the threads for the Czar, the Bat King dude. But where did rooks go? It's got to be in a box somewhere. Thank you. This is my dog, Luna. Yeah. She likes to growl at me because she feels like she's not getting any attention whatsoever. Right? Also, it's 6 o'clock, so she's hungry and she could go eat. There is food in the dish, but she does not like to eat alone. She must have someone watching her back while she eats. Yes. I usually lurk right away, but missed 45 minutes because work was hectic. Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You do what you gotta do. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to be here. You know what I mean? I always appreciate your company. Midnight Moon! Thank you so much for following me when I was offline. I appreciate you. Thank you for lurking. Pokemon! It's Pokemon time. It's the last Pokemon. It's a B tier! How's that, Jesse? It's that FOMO. You can go back and watch it if you want. Oh, I felt something pop. I've got time to place one more unit. Any preference? Let's see. What do we got? Paladins and Templars and Saints. Can you do that? Paladin, Templar, or Saint? Somewhere in the middle, please. I love this edit. Congrats on the catches! It's so long. Somebody pointed something funny out to me the other day, that How Far I'll Go is Miley Cyrus's song. What song is it? It's literally the same song. It's literally the same melody. I mean, I know that these things repeat, but it's like exactly the same. The 90s called. They want their song back. Listen. We like our late 90s, early 2000s techno in this chat. The Climb! That's it! Oh my gosh. It was just very eye-opening to me. I was like, what? What?
I thought it was fisted.
I thought it was fisted. All right, folks, 20 seconds. Let's go. Last units. Get in there. Saints, Templars, Paladins. Look at the bear in a cape. It's so cute. What else we got? What's this? Eek. Oh, that's so cute. I want all of them. Oh my goodness. You're so cute. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We're gonna do this. Boop. Good luck, everybody. I always forget I have my own sound alert. That's okay. Late 90s, early 2000s, we had moved on to singer-songwriter and some forms of metal and mainstream. Yeah. Come on, Mini Lils. Go on. Go on. Look at that. Well done. Uh-oh. No! Your mind has been twisted. Don't hurt Joanne at home. Oh no, Joanne at home has been turned. Oh, and immediately killed. So these turn the units against us. 16 rows of twists and turns worked. Not bad. That's not bad at all. Good job. Wow. Pallies and Saints. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Pix, Crenty, and Midnight Moon, thank you so much for your units and for playing Raiders. Really appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and look one last time at the Discord. There's nothing there. Never mind. Never mind. Oh. Okay, cool. It looks like Maker's Bug is still online and not on a BRB. I thought they were on a BRB. I'm gonna go ahead and start the raid. For anyone that watched Witch Hunter Robin, there's a song by Cubby that sounds like it's straight from 2HR. Yes! I loved that show. Yeah, I love techno as well. I have a lot of genres of music that are my favorite. I do put myself in boxes, I will say that, but I like to experience lots of different music. Pathfinder. I'm going to look that up. Amy, it's okay. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate the view. I do. Thank you, Carrie Gold. Yes, it was fun streaming with you today. Thank you so much for having me. Again, I will see you on Thursday, same time, hopefully. And if not, I will let you know in the Discord. We're about to go, so I'm going to say goodbye now, and I will see you later. Have a wonderful day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody, and thank you for being here. And say hi to Maker Bug for me. Take care, everybody.